Strange and Tony should start a Lost Headquarters support group. Lucky we'll catch Blaze in a good mood.
And if we are not lucky?
Just another day in my life.
Blaze has kept the Parchment of Power safe so far, but he won't withstand a full-on assault from Lilith on his own.
He will not be on his own much longer. The Parchment will stay safe.
Good. And while you're there, see if you can talk some sense into him.
Inside, you can go straight to hell. Oh, she's dead. Oh, crap. That's just cheating.
Surrender the page, Blaze.
Nice meat suit, lady.
Surrender, or be destroyed.
They dug up Junior, too.
Child.
Struck a nerve, huh? Then you're gonna love this. Heard you were dead, Johnny. That was the idea. I'd ask what you were doing here, but I just pumped a few rounds in his chest.
Legendary Johnny Blaze. I have heard much
Hear that? This is your fault. Play with Mama all you want. I've got people to save. Mama.
Long story.
We'll just have to hope Blaze can handle the escape on his own. Problems of her own to deal with. All that. And those altars she's summoning are going to make things a lot harder unless you destroy them too.
Take out the big lady in a rock collection. Got it.
And just because Lilith decided to talk through this one, don't feel the need to show it any mercy.
I'll put this to good use. Don't blame. It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
That will not be enough.
Looks like they still want a piece. You asked for it.
Join the fray, my children. You will kneel.
Up in this thing.
Coming at me now.
Destroying those altars may be the fastest way to bring her down.
Assuming we can get past that Guardian.
Not my first walk to rodeo. Nothing to worry about. I'm gonna rip you a new one. I've got a reputation to protect.
You have earned this.
You were too weak for this fight. Some for the rest of us.
Looks like they called for help.
That's still the prize.
Any altars you don't destroy, she'll attempt to turn into monuments. Shrines to Lilith. Battlefield.
I never knew my mother was so vain.
I assume that comes with the territory when you have a cult following to maintain.
Done waiting. You aren't good enough.
Lilith won't be happy to see her favored ones fall so easily.
You cannot resist, child. The prophecy will be fulfilled.
Maybe so. But not today.
Let's hope not.
Not so tough without that little pop gun of yours. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Not as much as me. Somehow,
You get uglier every time I see you. Get smaller. Grunt. Stop fussing over me, you idiots. After them. No escape this time, Creed. I was gonna say the same thing to you. All of you.
Looks like Mom needed another chance. Too bad she couldn't do something about that face.
Yo, see how funny it is when I spill your guts.
Already killed you once, scumbag. Ain't gonna be a problem doing it again. About time.
Pain is temporary.
That ain't right.
It's on. If I can't heal up, she'll do it for me. About time. With her blessing, the sky is the limit.
Lilith will not be pleased with your efforts.
Additional Hydra forces en route. Get ready. Anyone that touches me is going down.
You're gonna pay for what you've done here. I'm gonna make sure of that.
Small man talks a big game.
Your loyalty to the mother of...
My name.
You had your chance to escape. Your mother abandoned you.
Want it done right, gotta do it yourself.
Does someone feel a breeze? No mercy for the servants.
That's one hell of a move. Lucky shot.
You're set on coming after me.
You should have seen their faces. Family night at the carnival. I could have almost tasted their feet. I bought it.
You'd be doing me a personal favor if you could shut him up. Permanently, if possible.
You heard the lady. Bad luck for you, bub.
Mother won't let me fade away.
How long have you been waiting to do that? Still coming my way.
I will not fall again.
I'm on it.
You would be embarrassed by your weakness. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
You're ready.
Mother already took away.
I saw a movie once, centuries ago.
Fresh meat coming in.
They're still set on me.
Nobody knows who. And I know this is just as doing as it was Lilith's.
What's there to know? It was a massacre, and I loved every minute of it.
Fiend.
Let's do it.
Nice move, bub.
You've made a mistake.
Leave some for the rest of us, killer.
Come get it.
That must have taken practice. I'm gonna tear you a new one for that.
Get ready.
He's down, but not out yet.
I will not fall for the same ruse twice.
Thought as much.
You're welcome.
Enough of this.
Easy, kid. These were his people.
We did what we could, Blaze.
That's what folks with bloody hands always say.
If we do not stop the Midnight Sun, the entire world will get far bloodier.
Not my problem anymore. Forget the damn prophecy. I know I sure as hell am.
Aren't you gonna follow him?
Nah, he may not have been listening. But I am. Keep talking, kid.
What happened at that carnival was a tragedy.
One that could have been avoided.
If you did not keep so many secrets...
Oh, well, what is this, a duet? Since when did you two get so chummy?
Don't change the subject.
The spirits of vengeance have always been the secret guardians of the parchment of power.
Guardians? Blaze is probably using the page as toilet paper right now.
I met the guy. You're giving him too much credit.
We did what we had to do. That secret kept the page out of our enemies' hands for centuries.
At what cost?
You cannot win this war with secrets.
Magic is right. If we're going to stop Lilith from causing any more massacres, we need to come clean with each other. Now.
There is nothing else, Captain.
I wish I could believe you.
So do I.
Then I don't see a point in continuing this conversation.
This is bull. Grade A bull. I wish...
I can see you are still upset, Ileana.
Of course I'm still upset. Caretaker continuously stonewalls us and expects all of us to just go along and make nice. But it never works out that way. You would think she would have learned by now, but I guess not. She should trust us more.
I am sure Caretaker's intentions came from a good place.
Good intentions mean nothing when the outcome causes harm.
She probably does not see it that way.
I don't care how she sees it. Neither Caretaker nor Tony told us she gave the page to Blaze for safekeeping. They should know he's one of the least safe people on the planet, no matter what Robbie says. Now all that stands between this realm and Cathan is that overrated stuntman. Entrusting it to him was a mistake.
Consider Caretaker and Stark know something we do not about Blaze.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
The Parchment of Power is known to have corrupting effects on its keeper. It twists his or her soul. And, well...
Okay, I get it. Blaze is already a bit twisted, so the parchment cannot twist him that much further.
Exactly. It probably will not affect him as much as it would one of us.
Blaze has the parchment, and I cannot change that. Let's just hope he can hold on to it. Is Steve Rogers everyone's ideal dad? I see it.
You know, it's kind of rude to walk around in here and not give me so much as a hello.
I assumed you were asleep.
I don't sleep much. But that doesn't stop me from enjoying the company of a comfortable bed when I spot one.
After that fight at the Quentin Carnival, I suppose we all could use a lengthy rest.
I can't get too comfortable. Not so long as Sabretooth's still out there.
He is your quarry, I take it?
I guess you could say that. We have a history. None of it nice. Though he's definitely changed. His nasty side got, well, nastier.
From what I have seen, he should not be much trouble for you.
I've been tracking and fighting him for decades. If he was easy to handle, trust me, I would have put him away for good ages ago. This last time, though, he's gotten even more deadly.
Then I hope you can rise to the challenge. Does not look like you are planning to stay long. Some find our abbey to be a bit unnerving.
Oh, this place is nothing. You'd be surprised at some of the places I've rested my boots.
You talk like that, now you have to tell me some stories.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I've been all over the planet. And a few other planets besides.
Other planets?
Yeah. We're not alone in the universe, you know. There's the Kree, there's Skrulls, there's the Brood. Most aliens you're better off avoiding, but there's a few good ones out there. I'll tell you though, after a while, all you really care about is a nice soft bed. I see the way you're looking at me. Who's this mysterious guy hanging out in my place all of a sudden?
Perhaps.
Tell you what, I've got a little break between people trying to kill me, so let's have a little chat.
What do you know about this Johnny Blaze?
He's a flaming jackass. Used to be known as the Spirit of Vengeance, until even his attitude got too bad for that job. Seems like he's really committed to the carny life now. Must be the funnel cakes and fried candy bars.
Do you think a man like that is up to the challenge before him? Guarding the Parchment of Power is not a task taken lightly.
Yeah, we faced some vile customers together. He may not have the flaming skull thing anymore, but he's got guts where it counts.
How long have you known Sabretooth? Seems like you two have a history.
His real name's Victor Creed, and you're right. We've got bad blood going back a long time. Believe it or not, we used to be teammates and pals. Kinda.
They say familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah, well, they get things dead on sometimes. Didn't take me long to notice he wasn't exactly playing with a full deck. Creed and I have long since chosen to follow different paths. Yet somehow we keep ending up at the same friggin' destination.
You seem like a nomad, but surely you have a place you call home.
I guess you could say Xavier's place has been the closest thing to a real home I've ever had.
Who?
Oh, Professor Charles Xavier. He's got a swanky place outside of New York City. A private school. Lots of space and plenty of interesting folk. It's a lot like your Abbey here. Except Charles has a baseball field.
Baseball?
Yeah, if you got interest, I'd be happy to explain all the rules sometime.
You seem to know everyone. I assume you know the Midnight Suns as well.
I know some of these kids. Didn't know they got themselves a band name.
Who do you know?
Magic, for instance. She's the kid sister of a buddy of mine, Pyotr Rasputin. I call him Colossus.
Interesting. You and she have similar attitudes.
Maybe because we have similar backgrounds. I grew up in Canada, surrounded by wolves. And she grew up in Limbo, surrounded by demons.
Which place is worse, Canada or Limbo?
Oh, Limbo. They don't have hockey.
I have taken up enough of your time. I should go.
It's been a pleasure. If you have more questions, you know where to find me.
Hunter, you there? I'm in the library. It's super important you meet me here ASAP.
Seen a lot of carnivals go supernatural in my day, but today took a hit.
I can hear you standing there, Hunter.
What are you reading, Nico?
A limited edition print of the Book of Thoth.
The Book of Thoth? Where did you find a book of such rarity?
I didn't. Someone just left it out. Weird, too, because I was looking for a book on chaos magic so I could understand Wanda's grimoire a little better. I didn't think I was gonna find any, since Caretaker probably hid or burned every single text on the topic. But, poof, here this was, waiting for me.
It has been my experience that what we seek usually has a way of finding us first.
Yeah, maybe, but it's not like books just pull themselves off shelves and onto tables. Well, not in this castle at least. Someone left this out.
I wonder who.
Sometimes I think this library is haunted by a friendly librarian ghost.
Find anything helpful in it?
I did. there's a historical account of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who was struck by a dark madness after reading a page from an old book called The Scrolls of Chthon.
Wait, that is another name for the...
Darkhold, I know. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the first case of corruption in recorded history.
It is certainly possible.
From reading the story, I think so. So the legend goes that nothing could cure the pharaoh until this traveling light worker came along, laid his hands upon the pharaoh, and recited an incantation. The pharaoh came back to his senses and returned to his good old classical Egyptian disbody self.
This lightworker sounds like a courageous soul. I hope he was honored.
He didn't live to be. So like, when the lightworker recited the incantation, he absorbed all the pharaoh's corruption into his own body and, died.
He did not survive?
No. But the lines of the incantation he used are scattered throughout this book. I'm gonna have Magic help me transcribe them and see if we can use them to cure Wanda.
Let me get this straight. You and Magic plan on piecing together a 100,000-year-old incantation that worked once and killed the person who said it?
Yes?
It is unlikely that the historical account of the incantation is accurate.
Well, I've got to try something. It's not like anyone else has any other bright ideas. Well, I'm gonna find Magic, see if we can make a dent in this transcription. I'll give you a shout when we do. Until then, not a word about this to anyone.